week is earmarked for the celebration of coffee in Ghana. Today we host a team from Fortune Coffee and the International Trade Center to discuss how Ghana can maximize opportunities in the coffee sector. Joining us is Larry Atipo, and he's National Program Coordinator, International Trade Center. You're welcome, Larry. And good to have you. I see you already have your cup of coffee on my desk.
Fortune Coffee.
Fortune Coffee. I mean, there are several Ghanaians that love coffee. There are also those who don't really love coffee. So if you're first time to coffee, what really will be exciting about it to draw people to enjoy coffee?
Now, coffee is very healthy. I mean, contrary to what you may have heard, the research shows that it is healthy. Of course, like all products consumed in moderation, they have so many health benefits. So I will encourage, I take coffee, I take a number of cups a day, and it does me good.
What kind of health benefits really?
Well, I think
maybe
that,
one or two.
There is evidence that at least is a good antioxidant, you know. So then, of course, it helps improve your blood circulation. It energizes you. Some also claim it gives them calming effect. So it depends on who is drinking.
Well, I'm sure Abla can testify to that. One of our editors in the journey, because she really loves coffee. But this celebration, take us through it. How did Ghana adopt this celebration? Why is it so important?
Well, it's important because, look, we had coffee before in significant quantities in the country. Then the coffee price crash across the globe affected us. And I think because we also had another crop, cocoa, which co-grows with coffee, and it has a very good price at the time, many people shifted to coffee. But some maintained their coffee bushes. Today, Robusta coffee, which is our brand of coffee in the region, has seen significant rises in price. The price is so good, and it's now about 40% of world production. And
would you say coffee is the new cocoa in Ghana?
It can easily be, because we have the opportunity to grow it even in places where we cannot grow cocoa now. The marginal areas, the Robusta is very strong, climate resistant, and we can produce it. So this week is to draw attention to the fact that we have another product, we have another cash crop that we are familiar with already, we can develop. And of course, the government also tasked the same Ghana Cocoa Board to help facilitate the development of the coffee industry in the country. And I can also say that there's a strong private sector interest. Before, you didn't have Fortune Coffee, you didn't have Kawamoka, you didn't have Jamestown Coffee. Now they are there. They are tickling the imagination of young people. Is very trendy.
Which brings me to my next question, though. Where do you source the coffee for Fortune Coffee? I mean, Fred just left here telling us that the Volta region has coffee there.
So 10 out of the 16 regions of Ghana can produce and do produce coffee.
Really?
The Volta region, the Eastern region, Bono, Ashanti, Central. So these young ladies and young men are really going down into the communities. And what I like is that they don't just go and buy coffee. They are forging relationships with the communities, assuring them that they will come and buy the coffee, and also contributing to the development of the industry there, and also development of the community. So this relationship, portends well for the future. So we don't just come and harvest your coffee. We are developing a relationship of future development of the communities. And if you look at, as I said, the growth in Robusta coffee, which is our brand of coffee, there are a lot of people external to our country who are also interested. The only challenge is the volumes are too small for them to switch their sourcing onto Ghana. So this project that we are doing, funded by the European Union together with the Organization of African Caribbean and Pacific states, and which the International Trade Center implements. This is putting more coffee trees on the ground in partnership with Ghana Cocoa Board, the seed production division. We've been doing like 1 million trees every year planted on the ground in this community. But we should do more to be able to, present Ghana as a coffee destination. But we are taking those baby steps to plant the coffee, and then to bring in the technology of sustainable production and processing.
And just before I let you go, I know there are different types of coffee, or do we just walk into a coffee farming season or a coffee farm and that's it? You just get the coffee and go? Or there are different types of coffee that, do different things?
Yeah, there are different types of coffee. Two main, the Robusta and the Arabica. The Arabica is more in the hilly areas, and as you know, we don't have so many hills in our country, so in Ethiopia and other places you have the Arabica, and then you have the Robusta. And of course, as I say, the Robusta by its name is more robust, is more resilient to climate change, and which is why I said in those areas where we cannot grow coffee cocoa because they are too hot now, we can put Robusta there. So you can have Robusta coffee and you can have Arabica coffee. Within these, you also have so many varieties based on the climate, the soil, and what else grows there in those communities.
Thank you so much, Mr. Larry Atipo, and he's with the International Trade Center.
Yeah.
And I'll come by for coffee very soon.
Please do.